what is IELTS, how it is going to be pursued, how it is developed, the two basic modules of IELTS, and a general information about listening, writing, speaking and reading. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Taiba and I am here in the ANNAX Consultants working as an IELTS trainer. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the basic and a general information about IELTS. So the outlines for today's video is what is IELTS, how it is going to be pursued, how it is developed, the two basic modules of IELTS, and a general information about listening, writing, speaking and reading. So let's come to our point. What is IELTS? The International English Language Testing System is developed that is help you to work, study or migrate to a country where English is their native language. Obviously, when you want to go to a certain country, you want to know the rules and the regulations of that country. So the country that is having the IELTS that are famous and that are taking the test of IELTS are Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom and USA. Your ability to listen, read, write and speak is assessed during the test. The grading system in IELTS is from the band 1 to 9. And the IELTS is jointly owned by British Council, IDP, IELTS Australia and the Cambridge English. There is a question that generally arises like why we want to take IELTS. So if you are looking to work, live or study in an English-speaking country, then you must be able to demonstrate a high level of English language ability. Being able to communicate in a native language of a country you wish to work or study in, has a wide range of benefits. It is also essential for the job opportunities as well as an integration into the community. The most popular countries that are taking IELTS test are now Australia, Canada, New Zealand and United Kingdom. So how IELTS is developed? It is, provide the fair and accurate assessment of the English language proficiency. The basic 4 sessions we are going to cover in the IELTS is listening, reading, writing and speaking. You don't have to be worried about their biasness because it is unbiased and fair to the all test takers from all backgrounds, and it generally reflects the content that is based upon your everyday situations. So now we are going to discuss the basic 2 modules of the IELTS. They are general training and academic. Basically, the IELTS general training needs to be taken by the people who are moving to the English-speaking country for the purpose of PR or the job opportunities. Whereas in the academic level, the IELTS has to be taken by the people who are moving to the English-speaking countries for the purpose of their high language, high studies and for other courses. Basically, in the listening and speaking, we have a same format, but in the reading and writing the format varies. And how they are going to be varied, we are going to discuss it in our further slides. The listening, reading and writing sessions of all IELTS tests are completed on the same day, with no breaks in between them. The speaking test, however, may be scheduled up to a week before or other testers. If you book IELTS online, your speaking test will usually take place before your other tests. And the total time span for all the 3 tests is 2 hours and 45 minutes. And as I mentioned earlier, your speaking will be held a week or a week after. So now we are going to discuss our first session, that is of listening. There are 4 types, 4 parts and with 10 questions in each. The questions are designed so that the answers appear in order they are heard in the audio. The total minutes we are going to be given in the listening session is 30 minutes, and after that there will be 10 minutes that is given to you to transfer your answers on your answer sheet. Number of questions we have 40, and each question is worth 1 mark. Basically, the format of the listening is like there will be 4 recordings of the native English speakers, and then you have to write your answers of the various questions in a series of how they are given and how they are marked by your examiner. In first recording, there will be a conversation between 2 people set in an everyday social context. In a second recording, you have a monologue that is set in an everyday social context. For example, there can be a speech about the local facilities. In recording number 3, we can have a conversation between up to 4 people that is set in an educational or training context. For example, there can be a university tutor and a student discussing an assignment. In recording number 4, there can be a monologue on an academic subject. For example, a university lecture. So this is how we are going to take test of the listening session of IELTS. Now we are moving towards our reading, and the basic format of the reading is that we have 40 questions that are designed to test a wide range of reading skills. These includes reading for main ideas, reading for detail, skimming, understanding logical argument, recognizing writer's opinion, attitudes, and his purpose. The time limit in the reading is 60 minutes, and there will be no extra time that is given to you to transfer your answers on your answer sheet. So you have to be quick with your answers also. The number of questions that are in reading is also 40, and each question is worth 1 mark. Now we are moving towards the format. As I mentioned earlier, that the format of the journal reading and academic reading is different. So in a journal reading, the 3 texts is given to you, 2 short and 1 long. The questions can be in a form of newspaper articles, magazines, company handbooks or guidelines. In session number 1, we have 4 to 5 short questions, for example, advertisements or notices. In session number 2, we can have a question that is work related, and in session number 3, we have a longest text. If we talk about academic reading, there can be a 3 long text of equal length, ranging from the more descriptive and factual to the discursive and analytical. And the format, how these are going to be judged to you and how they are going to be given to you, as they are in a form of books, journals, magazines and newspapers. So now we are going to talk about our third pattern, that is of writing. So there are 2 writing tasks, and both must be completed in 60 minutes. As there are 2 writing tasks, 2 questions, and the time limit of question number 1 is 20, and question number 2, the task number 2 is of 40 minutes. The test format of arts, general writing and academic writing is also different. In general writing, there can be a letter given to you of at least you have to write 150 words. The task number 2 is of the short essay, and that can be of at least 250 words. As we talk about academic writing, then the writing task is of at least 150 words. Number 1 task, where the candidate must summarize, describe or explain a table, chart or a diagram. In task number 2, there is also a short essay writing task that is of 250 words. And our last part is of speaking, and the speaking test consists of an oral interview between the test takers and an examiner. All speaking tests are recorded, and the time limit of our speaking test is from 11 to 14 minutes. There are 3 parts to the test, and each part fulfills a certain criteria. The speaking session assesses your use of spoken English. Every test is recorded. For example, in the part number 1, the examiner will ask you general questions about yourself and a range of general topics. For example, there can be questions that can be related to your home, family, work,
studies and interest. This part lasts between 4 to 5 minutes. In part number 2, you will be given a card which asks you to talk about your particular topic. You will have a minute to prepare before you're going to speak for up to 2 minutes. In part number 3, you will be asked for further questions about the part number 2. These will give you opportunity to discuss more abstract ideas and issues. This part of the test lasts between 4 to 5 minutes.
So thank you for watching. This is all the general information about IELTS, and I'll try my best to make the brief introduction about the all basic 4 modules, and that help you to study more about the basic general information of IELTS. So stay tuned with the ANNAX Consultants. Thank you.